Oaklands interchange is an icon for public transport in the state. Along with the Mawson interchange, it's a symbol of the future for public transport, a future we can be very proud of that rivals our interstate colleagues. Finally, and very, very importantly, as the chair of the board of TransAdelaide, I'd like to thank the Minister for Transport for his support for this project, TransAdelaide employees who worked so hard on this project, passengers, contractors, Oakland Park's residents and the City of Marion. I'd also like to thank the Adopt a Station coordinator, Vicky Velasquez, Bert Haynes, and all the volunteers and residents and visitors for their efforts to keep the old station safe and clean. But I would like to thank all the people I've just listed for their dedication, their belief, and their patience in the delivery of this iconic facility. Thank you very much, everyone, and well done.
Gentlemen, it is a great pleasure, particularly given this week's announcements, to introduce our Minister, the Honourable Patrick Conlon, Minister for Transport.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I'd just like you to listen to the noise of the train behind us. Because you're listening to history. In a few short years, you're not going to hear that from the trains in the station. As a result of last Thursday's budget and commitment to the electrification of this line, it will be the first major metropolitan line electrified. When a train's standing there, there could be a train sitting next to me in a few years' time and I wouldn't need the microphone. And that is tremendously important, can I say, to the people around the station. The value of land around this railway line has gone up overnight as a result of that commitment of the government. So I'm pretty excited about it. Forgive me if I dwell on it, because we've spent a few years working on this, and it's a tremendous outcome for people who live near real railway lines for the city altogether. But I acknowledge Bill Watson's here today, who was the General Manager of TransAdelaide. There's an enormous amount of work on this. It was a project that had a very, very lengthy public consultation. I also recognise the people from Marion Council who were involved in that, and particularly, of course, the Deputy Mayor from Stillbrook, Darren Foster from Barnett. I think Tony Balderstone's here too. About time you change that surname, Tony. People get very confused, but can I say, every time we get a tender in that's got the Barnett name on it, we know we're going to get a good job done. It's always on time, always on budget, never lets us down. Well done, mate. They also did the Mawson interchange for those who don't know. For everyone else in the design team, I particularly mention Vicky Velasquez and the Adopt a Station through Bert Haynes, who've done so much work for so long. Got plenty more to do, but isn't this a nice facility? Again, isn't it going to be nice when we've got those electric trains sliding quietly into the station? I'm not going to say much more than that. This is a deliberately short ceremony because everyone's working over the long weekend to make sure we get the services running for people on Tuesday, which is, of course, the bottom line of all of this. It's about carrying people, getting people on their roads, getting them on public transport. Public transport is the answer for the present and the future. The world is changing, fuel prices are up, the cost of carbon. We've got to lower our environmental footprint. Public transport is the answer. It ticks all the boxes, the big questions of the modern world. So I'm very pleased that we've done this small step on what is going to be a very long and a very expensive but a very worthwhile journey. Rod Hook is here. He estimates that we've got about $15 million of contracts to manage every month for 10 years? So we've got a fair job in front of us. I'd like to get on with that. Virginia, of course, the chair of the board, thank you for all of your work there. It's an exciting time. I'll open this station and we'll get out of here and get on with the job that we're spending so much money on. Thank you very much. What do I do? I'll put one of these rings, the outside screen and the inside. Second on the three, there we go. Thank you all. Thank you. Now, I'm afraid we're not going to be staying long. The work's starting to get ready. Thank you.